Hello everyone, it's Adonis Turner of Adonis Power and Conditioning, and I have a video for you guys. I'm not entirely sure the length, so sit down, maybe grab some food and enjoy the video. First things I want to talk about is the business and how everything you do in life is connected to effort, and how I am learning almost the hard way how everything that I have done to this point or will accomplish for months and months to come is directly connected to effort. So first we're going to talk about it from the standpoint of physical fitness, physical training, and achieving your fitness goals. If you are, as some of you or most of you may already know, I have successfully went from 266.8 to 227.4 in about 5 months. That's about just under 40 pounds in 5 months, which is good because I wasn't trying to crash diet or do anything unhealthy to lose a certain amount of weight really quickly. My long-term goal was to go from 266 to 215. A lot of people, when they do weight loss goals, they get caught up in just getting to the destination. Now you have to understand that the destination is the purpose, but you don't want to lose sight of, the path along the way, whether it's learning how to cook your meals properly, learning which foods that work best for you as far as satiety, whether you should have a smoothie for breakfast as opposed to cereal. Little details like that is what you want to learn along the way, and is what you want to relish along the way, because in all likelihood, once you get to your goal, you're not going to look in the mirror every single day for the rest of your life thinking like, oh my goodness, I look so great. You'll probably be excited for a week and then you'll have to set a new goal or you'll digress. So a lot of people, they make their goals too big and unachievable, or not unachievable, but they make it seemingly unachievable to where they lose focus, lose motivation, and ultimately succumb to not even doing anything towards their goal. So I have people come in on a weekly basis saying that they want to lose 60 to 100 to 200 pounds. I usually first start off by saying, let's just focus on losing the next 1 pound. And a lot of people don't really want to hear that. They want to hear, oh yeah, I'm gonna help you lose 5 pounds per week for 12 weeks and you lose 60 pounds and you achieve your goal on 60 pounds and you'll never have to work out again because that's what's going to happen. No, because that's not reality. Once you do something to get to a certain level, you have to do even more to maintain and surpass that level. There isn't anyone on the planet that literally looks at their bank account and says like, okay, that's enough. I don't want to make any more money and I'm good. I don't need to work anymore. This is fine. I'm content from where I'm at. Typically, and I can guarantee you, all of you are looking to, have a better investments for your family so you guys can do more things, enjoy life while you're here on this planet, whether it's traveling, going to a particular private school, whether it's a vehicle, whatever your desires are, you always want more. There is no, you're as a human being, you're not going to be content with complacency. So even when you do achieve your long-term goal, you're going to need to set a new goal just to keep yourself motivated, or you're going to stop coming to the gym, or you're going to stop going to your job, or whatever your situation is. So one thing that I was struggling with in fitness and in not personal training, but fitness and in business was I was getting, I don't know why, but I was getting a little bit complacent with how the business was doing, because it was moving in a particular direction. I was pretty happy with it, and I was only really focused on the current business I had, from like catering to the current personal training business that I have, as opposed to always thinking of new ideas, always thinking of new things to do. So that when you get into that realm of complacency, it's very, very dangerous, because you usually don't realize you're being complacent until it's too late. Whether it's people in health, a lot of people will eat the wrong foods over a period of time, and they think it's okay because, oh, I'll eat what I want to eat. I like what I want to eat. They're like, yeah, sure, fine. You eat what you want to eat, but be content with the consequences of this associated with eating what you want to eat, whether it is, needing testosterone medication when you're 40, surgery when in your hips and knees and joints when you're 50 and 60, or high BMI level. Just be content with those consequences associated with, the price of neglect. Same thing with me. I was in a relationship that actually got me, like way back before I was married to Amy, from 205 to 250. I gained about 50 pounds in a very short period of time. I want to say anywhere from 4 to 6 months, which is very easy to do. It's very easy to digress. It's effortless. You could do nothing, be nothing, say nothing. You can just eat what you want to eat, make no progress. That's very easy to do. You can go home, sleep, watch TV. It's effortless to make no progress. My old girlfriend, we used to eat McDonald's and Wendy's. I swear it felt like it was breakfast and lunch and dinner. So it was a very calorie dense food, so it's very easy to pick up weight. During this cycle down from 266 to 227, looking back at old photos, I didn't realize how fat I was. And nobody told me, nobody said like, hey, no one made fun of me. Probably impartial because they may have just thought I was bulky because I could lift a lot of weight. I don't really know the logic, but no one ever mentioned like, hey, Adonis, you're a personal trainer, you should lose some weight. Because it is hypocritical to be a weight loss specialist on paper, but have a very, very high BMI compared to, where you need to be. So with that mentality, it was pretty easy for me to have the motivation to get down to that weight, because I wanted to prove to people like, hey, losing weight is not this big thing. It's actually pretty easy as long as you're good at math. If you're bad at math, and I guess it can be pretty hard, because all I've been doing is counting my calories, training in the gym, staying consistent over a period of time, and here I am down to my goal. I didn't get there as fast technically as I thought I would, but I am going in the right direction, and that's the point. You want to focus on going in the right direction. So that's the fitness standpoint, and I am 12 pounds away from my long-term goal to lose 50, and depending on what I look, or 51, because I want to get to 215. Depending on what I look like at 215, will dictate if I want to go lower, if I want to, stay there and whatnot. And also, me picking up swimming again, highly inspired by the Olympics, does help, my metabolism, so I can eat a good bit of food and still drop weight, because bottom line, humans aren't really made to swim. So the calorie expenditure associated with swimming is so high in a 1 to 2 hour practice that a lot of people would lose weight if they really just learned and picked up how to swim, as opposed to long distance running, or even in some cases weight training, depending on the effort you put out there. So to go back to the business standpoint, I was basically for, I want to say about 6 to 8 weeks, only focused on the business I had. When you aren't used to the position you are at, you start to think of, not really intentionally, but you start to think of ways to mess yourself up. So like I was making progress, just being content with, getting a member a week, or getting, a couple of t-shirt sales, and just, a couple of likes on the Facebook page, or, a certain amount of reviews and things of that nature, that I kind of stopped. I was very aggressive in the beginning, and I got away from it. I can't tell you why. So it's irrational. When you're making progress, you should always ride that motivational wave. You shouldn't think of ways to slack, because in reality, people don't really need a gym membership to stay healthy. So I need to always be thinking of innovative ways to progress the gym and progress people past what they think they may not need. So what I've been, and before I get ahead of myself, during my, I guess you can say, complacency phase, I got for 4 to 6, I want to say 4 to 6 weeks, if that's right. I got no new business for as far as members and clients, and I lost 3 personal training clients. That was a big hefty hit, and in that same time frame, my wife and I had to put our car in the shop because I don't know, something happened with the engine, but the bottom line is with the rental car fees and the cost to repair the car, it ended up being a $4,300 hit. And this is on top of $4,300 hit on top of the mistake with during the complacency phase. So I lost 3 business clients, and took a $4,300 hit, all within the same basically month. So there was a little bit of anxiety there. Now, if I was just doing what I was supposed to do in terms of always getting new business, always covering that turnover, because I understand that clients aren't forever. So I should have since I had that knowledge, I should have always been focused on gaining at least 4 new clients per month to cover the odds of clients leaving on the back end. But I wasn't doing that. Got complacent. Just overly focused on really just the fitness aspect of myself, just working out, just thinking like, oh yeah, people are going to come in, not really going after where I'm prospecting and whatnot. So it was a huge wake-up call for the $4,300 thing. We had to unfortunately pull from savings, and here we are today. The car is still working, but because of that loss, I was talking to my wife, and I apologized to her that I wasn't actively prospecting and actively getting clients, because during that time I was getting no numbers at the mall or apartments, things of that nature. But during the time I was complacent and the car busted. But then after that, the 2 weeks I had the rental car, a week and a half, I actually got another member, got more interest, got more prospects. I have a discipline quota for myself that no matter what, I'll be handing out 40 cards and getting at least 2 prospects every single day until I'm just too busy to do that. So that was the discipline I should have had from the beginning, and who knows where my business would be at if I did that. Also, another complacency thing I said to myself when I first started was I'll either expand my gym to the area across the way, which is another 1,500 square feet, which would double the size, or I would get a new gym somewhere else, which is more likely. But I didn't have that mindset every single day, like I need to expand, the brand needs to move forward. Now with the car situation, since I am not in a position to just, if that were to happen again, just do it again, I need to really be active and to be ready for anything, even if it's something in the gym as far as like a dumbbell needing replaced or a machine needing replaced. I need to be ready because my business deserves that, and the members that invest in the business and work out here and lose weight, make progress, deserve that as well. So my discipline and my effort for losing weight needs to be 5 times more active in the business standpoint, because I didn't put the effort I needed to the first 3 months. It'll be 4 months on the 20th. Tomorrow will be 4 months. So just doing those evaluations day in and day out, realizing that effort will be the #1 driving factor of how successful the business is. If you are someone who doesn't understand that, like if you can say to yourself that I'm doing everything I need to do to be where I want to be, if you can say that every day, then most likely you're headed in that direction. But if you're someone that's kind of like, okay, making money is optional, losing weight is optional, I really don't care either way, I'll be content with who I am. Or if you're very, very complacent over time, trust me, if you're complacent, you're going backwards, because there are people as you're being complacent, simultaneously getting better than you. So, so if you look at it from that standpoint, you are getting worse. So like if you come into the gym with the mindset, I just want to maintain what I have, you're getting worse. And that's the reality of it. So change your thinking. And this is a video for myself as well, motivating myself to always change my thinking and improving over time, whether it's fitness, in a particular client who's hit a plateau, or the car situation I wasn't ready for. Effort is going to be the #1 driving force, whether you succeed or not in whatever you're trying to accomplish, whether it's losing 100 pounds or making a certain amount of money that you want to for your family. It really depends on what it is, but you have to work to get there. There is no shortcuts. If you look for a shortcut, you'll get absolutely nowhere fast. And that's something that I'm learning, again, the hard way. But new things coming up for the gym. I'll have a weight loss class, a Groupon, discounts going on. I'll also have cookbook taste testing on Saturday at my gym. So I took my negative and made it something that is going to be resourceful to me and my family, and something I can always remember. Be like, man, this was a huge hit. If this happens again, I need to be ready for it. So that's pretty much it, guys. So a couple things I'm gonna leave you off with. If you have a goal that you're not achieving, work harder and you will get there. Be consistent and put 100% effort every single day, no matter what. Thanks for watching, guys. You have a good one. Peace.